since we're in the season 3, I got a Hollywood hairstylist and nailed expert, Toni.
All right, Nail Toni. Hi, how's it going? My name is Nail Toni from Lancaster.
Can you introduce yourself to our audience a little bit more?
Yeah, definitely. I've been doing nails for about 19 years, since the age of 14. I've been licensed since I was 21. I've been doing hair for about probably like 12 years now. One of those things, like, I just kind of love doing a little bit of everything. I stick with hair extensions right now. It's my new love, but honestly, it's one of those, I love everything in the beauty industry, from hair, nails, fashion. I love Barbies.
So can you walk with us, your journeys? How do you start with, do you always love nails and hairs when you were young?
Yeah, so when I was about like 14 years old, I started dabbling in my mom's nail polish, and I would sit there and see all the, oh my goodness. So I would sit there and I would steal all her nail polish, and I would try to look at colors, and I would take my girlfriend's nail polish and ask if I could just paint their nails. And then one day I got enough money to go to Sally's and just buy all the beauty supplies that I needed to do a full set. And I started one girl, and then I did another girl, and by my junior year, I was having full retention, acrylic nail services. Everybody was loving it, and I shortly became Nail Toni right after senior year. So I've been doing nails since then, and then about 21 years old, I got enrolled at Lancaster Beauty School and really took it to the next level. So started doing hair. I wanted to do everything in the salon, so I got my cosmetology license. My mom wouldn't let me just do nails. She said she wants me to do any and everything. So got my cosmetology license, and then just shortly but surely at the same time started doing hair. I did not start hair immediately. I started baking. I jumped from hair all the way into baking. I worked for Panera Bread for about 15 years. Started baking bread there.
It's quite different.
Yeah, and there was no nails allowed in that. So it was kind of sad, but at the same time, I was able to be full graveyard baker. I baked from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. I did everything from bagels, baguettes, cookies, flatbreads, muffins, souffles, you name it, we did it. And it was a very fresh kind of thing. But as the years went on, that just kind of didn't really fulfill my passion. I would do hair and nails on the side, but clientele and, marketing was a little different back then. Instagram didn't really help us, like, promote, and it was really hard to kind of get established. But now that we're here, I've actually been able to quit my job as a baker. I started doing hair about a year ago for Extensions Plus. I took a hair extension class. I just wanted to do all the viral hair extensions that everybody saw on the internet, and started getting excited about that. And then before you know it, I started retaining clients just from the exposure I would get on Instagram. Like, I started doing hair, and then I started doing the extensions, and then people were like, oh, well, can you style my hair? And then I did one fashion show, and one fashion show turned into about...
And lots of
oh my
shows.
Goodness, it just took one fashion show, and with one really good boss, Helene Stahl, she really just helped push me forward and just put me in the right connections with the right people. Helene Stahl has started Extensions Plus. Extensions Plus has done movies like Wicked 1, Wicked 2. We did The Little Mermaid hair. We did Pirates of the Caribbean.
So all the big names.
All the big names, all the big celebrities. I've seen so many beautiful handcrafted pieces of work. And, I get to be around that environment, and I get to sit there and, change my life right now. And it's just really nice to see where I started from and to what I had thought I was going to do, and just a little bit of hope, and then actually being able to push forward and do it. Like, it's been really great. Unfortunately, the reason why life has pushed me back is I did lose my mother in 2022.
Takes a little time for you to recover.
I think for me, any loss of a parent is really, really hard, and I think I didn't really get to show her what I could do. And the fact is that everything that I've done has just been through the grace of God and through my mom. And I'm really thankful to be where I'm at, and just to feel the spirits and the guides around me, and just help me make the better decisions in life. Like,
your mom has always supported you.
Yes, right? Most definitely.
So that's a hard part.
I think for me is, like, I really get sad sometimes because I really wish I could call her during times like this where I can tell her about my success. But there's no doubt in my mind that I could feel her in my presence, so it's one of those things. I do miss her, but I do know that she's right next to me, and it feels really good to go do these events. I do need a moment when I go see her, when I go to a new event, and I do have a little 5-second conversation with her, but it is a good feeling to make her proud,
All your work with hairs, what is the most crazy hair things you have done?
It must be my own hair. I gotta tell you, I love very crazy hair. I love Liberty spikes, which are the very, like, strong spikes in the hair. I love rock star hair, big 80s girl. But I do love anything from, I want to say, like, I did do a really gorgeous updo, and it was one of those 5-minute updos. And
wow, 5 minutes.
Yes, the designer came over there and was like, hey, I need her in 5 minutes. Her hair was all the way down. I didn't even have time to grab a curling iron, and I didn't want to just give it just a braid, so I really did think about all the teachings that I've had, and just really pulled something together, and it came out really nice. And I think for me, the craziest hairstyles are the ones that get done under 5 minutes.
So it's a creative stuff from your nature to come out.
Right, because it's like, making it work, but also making it look good is the most important part. Because anytime you do something when you're doing hair, you have to cheat it sometimes. I'm sorry to say it. You have to cheat it, and you have to make it look good. You only have 5 minutes. Sometimes
you always make everybody look good, though.
Thank you so much. It's a lot of pressure sometimes. I get so worried about it, but it's really nice because no matter what you do, you have confidence in yourself is what's gonna make the hairstyle look good. So I have a lot of faith in what I do, and a lot of faith in hairspray.
You did lots of fashion shows, right?
Yes, I did.
So what is the pressure? How do you handle the pressure?
I think I'm really good under pressure. Working my graveyard job, I did it for years by myself, so I really rely on my own hands and my own work. When it comes down to it, I think it's sorting out what the hairstyle is going to look like at the end, and just focusing on not trying to add anything. Have a clear vision, and don't try to do nothing crazy. Have a clear vision, but don't try to outdo yourself. The most simplest hairstyles I find to be the most beautiful, so I wouldn't say less is more, but handling it with, a lot of grace, and maybe a little less is more.
Also, one thing that's really good, even in the high pressure for all those models coming through,
yes,
you always very calm. You don't stress that much.
No, and I think that's the most important part, because, with the designers worried about, the actual show going correct, and making sure that the models are fitted properly. And then you have models worried about everything from their hair to their makeup getting done on time. The best way to handle that is to remain calm myself. Everybody else seems calm. I always like to give my girls a little coach down, like, hey, you got this. Remember, at the end of the day, we're having fun. And I know it sounds a little cliche to say something like that, but it really does help, you know, yes. Because it calms the nerves. It lets women know, like, hey, you know, you're important. We're here for you. At the end of it, smile, you know, and I think that's almost the best way to put it is like, fake it till you make it, even if you have to, you know, like.
For you, you still prefer to do the hair or nails?
You know what, right now I love to do the hair. I love to do nails, but right now, because I've recently noticed that everybody can do their own nails at home, and it's been really easy. And nail services are, unless people want double extendos, which I love doing, they really don't really have such a high demand for nails like they used to. Hair, I feel like hair is, it's an honor to do somebody's hair, and I think when I go out and I get to do these events, I handle I give these women a lot of elegance when handling their hair and a lot of confidence. So it's a feeling that I can't really describe because it's like a relief that they have when I get to do their hair. So it's really,
it makes a difference when you feel good and everything's coming out.
And when the other person on the receiving end feels comfortable, where they get to sit there and just not have to worry about, they have other stuff to worry about, but not their hair, I guess is what it is, you know.
So now the hair extension is still very popular?
Oh my goodness, I think right now the hair extension market is just booming. Everybody has their own brand, everybody has their own method with how hair extensions work now. There's tape-ins, there's I-tips, there's K-tips, there's wefts, you know,
and they have all different materials too nowadays.
And you can do nowadays where it's sewed on, you can have it where it's hand tied, or you can have it where it's done through lace. There's so many actual ways to do it that you really have to talk to a professional to find out what's best for you.
Hair extension, you cannot do it by yourself.
No,
you have to go to the expert.
And that's what I love about it. I feel like as long as you can match your color. I personally am a clip-in queen. I love clip-ins. It's fast, it's easy, it's marketable. Everybody can wear them. But right now, I'm really feeling the way that lace front wigs are going, and the direction of having a full unit in, and just being able to change up your style daily, weekly, you know.
But the wigs actually is quite hot. The old days is quite hot.
And you know, I think knowing how to ventilate the wigs properly to where it has the right amount of hair in the right area of the hair is the way that you kind of get past that. Because if we don't want a hot wig, we kind of find a way to pull it back or have less hair in it. I do love a big wig though. I do love big hair. I will suffer for how hot it is just to have some really big hair, but I love hair extensions in any way. Everybody could look good with hair.
I think the technology changed, not like the old days.
Even the synthetic hair that they've had, you know, the market has changed completely. You know, your hair is should show like your personality, you know, and I think that's the best part is that, you know, your hair really tells a story, and
the colors changed. It's more fun too, right?
And it's like, you know, changing your hair and changing your nails. I really like to see women's choices whenever they do their hair or their nail colors. It really tells a lot about their personality, whether they do something bright with their nails or if they do like something really subtle, natural, or, you know, soft. You know, I really like to see those kind of differences in people, like their color choices, you know.
For you to do the hairs, you do the movies. You can do the movies, and you can do the theaters, right?
Yeah, definitely. I've always been ready, well equipped to jump in any situation. When it comes down to doing hair, I love to style hair. It's one of those, I can come in there, really pull out some stuff and just have a good time, you know.
So when you designed, if they want, you know, that's the costume. So want you to design the hair. So you just think based on the time era for the movie, then you just create it.
Yes, I think right now my favorite my favorite time zone is like Japanese era with like the Japanese geisha hairs where it's very giant but pulled back and smoothed
Is it
out.
they have a wig underneath or something,
Yeah,
right?
and it's like right now I've been trying to work with a couple of designers. I actually have a designer who is doing like a very Japanese military fashion design.
Ooh,
It's very,
interesting.
very, very cute, and I love the way it looks. And I kind of asked her if I can do the hair, and I showed her some things, and she was really just like excited about it. You know,
you can do my one.
Yeah,
try
definitely. And I think right now it's all about just having very, very clean partings, but also very classic. I would love to start bringing back old classic, I think, cultural hairstyles, you know, and just kind of making it fashion as well.
The old classic Hollywood, bring it back.
Yeah, but see, I think I want to start doing I want to start celebrating everybody's culture and just start being able to look at old hairstyles and just really, really be excited about, you know, what you do, you know? So I'm really excited just to kind of bring everything out there.
I think it's a really good idea. You created like different cultures and they have their own, you know, traditional way, but twist a little bit.
Yes, definitely. You got to have a little, still got to bring the fashion back out of it. And I think that's the best part about stuff like this is that, you know, you can look at a hairstyle and you can find things that you like about it and make it your own. And I think there's no wrong hairstyle. You know what I mean? Like everybody has a look, you know, and it's about making that look work, you know. So I definitely like being able to look at things and kind of make it a fashion kind of look, you know. So
because really fashion exciting. You got a sparkle in your eyes.
Yeah, you got to have something that makes it speak, you know. It's got to say that without saying it so boldly, you know. It's got to have a nice little hint of it. So that's what I like about it.
So what do you want to achieve later on for your career?
Right now, I'm looking to start my own hair extension business. I would really love to get back into like celebrity clients. I'm looking to have some sort of, I don't know, like salon at the end of the day. Like I want to have something that says my name on it. I've worked really hard most of my life and I've never really been able to really think about what I want to do in the future. I just know that wherever I go, I want to be around good people. I want to promote my energy. I love people. I love meeting. I'm such a people person.
You got a good vibe.
I'm a girl's girl. I love going out. I love meeting people. I just love smiling all the time. I think it's really important to be the best part of some people's day because, you know,
plus the good energy.
Yeah, you know, I am a good energy promoter. You know, it's very important to exude that whenever, especially when you don't know anybody in the room. It's very important to be liked. I'm tired of all the bad girls. You know, we're all the nice ones. We're all the nice girls.
For the hair extension, maybe you can have your packet. You know, normally they have packet.
Yeah,
definitely. Toni.
Yeah, nail Toni's hair. No, we're still in the process. I think it's not
too far.
Yeah, definitely. And I want to be able to put my name on it, but at the same time, have good quality. You know what I mean? The best quality that.
Do you have the mobile? You like mobile salon?
Yeah, right now I'm just doing, you know, mobile services. I definitely have blowouts out there. I love to do Brazilian blowouts too. I'm one of those people that just pulls up whatever you need. Let's get you ready. I like to help girls get ready for any kind of event, whether it's quinceañeras, photo shoots, fashion shows. I'm there, honestly. I love being able to help you create your vision. A lot of girls have a certain way that they like their hair and a certain way they don't want it. I love finding stuff like that out so we can make things work. I love listening. I'm a really good listener when it comes to.
But it's an idea that I have seen that, you know, it's like a van, but they can open it up. It's like a complete, like the Barbie things, you know.
Right.
Complete salons there.
Oh, I love that because I think for me, I already come ready to go with my cart. It's one of those like grab and goes, like where do you need me set up? But I'm always ready to go whenever it comes down to being in LA. So
I think that the opportunities always give the people well prepared.
yeah, definitely. You know, you always got to be comfortable being uncomfortable is what they teach us in beauty school. Always be ready for anything. So
for your careers, what is the most challenging things you have faced?
I think right now, just trying to stay consistent. Right now we live in a digital world where consistency is the most important thing, and also just trying to stay on top of trends. Oh, it's hard. I'm an old school 80s girl, like I'm telling you, I love these old school 80s girl vibes that are coming back, but I'm very, very traditional. So trying to stay up to date with everybody, it's not the hardest, but it is a challenge. Because everybody, fashion changes so much, everybody. But like I said, I do love seeing all the old trends come back. I love seeing, the Y2K era come back right now. That's like my favorite look. But I just love being able just to try to do things different. I think trying things that are different is what's important. Not
be afraid
safe. Try do the crazy color that you thought looked good, but you didn't think would look good on you. Do it. Try it. Do everything. Even the color makeup. Like I'm not crazy about makeup myself, but like.
So if we want to find you, where we can find you, the social medias.
Definitely located on Instagram and at nail.toni. I'm also on TikTok. TikTok at nail.toni as well, and that's Toni with an I.
So we know where to find you.
Yes,
all the
definitely.
medias, and also for the fashion shows and movies and
anything you need for.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Stay tuned. See you. Bye.
Bye.